flow. Is there anything you do to get new clients?
I
At all?
would suggest, like for me personally, I post on Instagram and Facebook, um, you know, like I mentioned before, the sunset photos, landscapes, pretty looking photos like that. Um, and that's really all I do. And people have become uh, accustomed to seeing that, at least for me. And people tag me on Facebook or refer me in person. It's all just been kind of word of mouth up to this point. And so if there's any suggestion I do have, it's just always put out your best work. you know Spend the time to make it what you consider perfect, and keep doing that all the time, and people are going to notice, and they're going to speak about it or refer you when the opportunity comes up. Just network.
Yeah. And every single day I am putting out something new, whether that's a Medium article or something or a YouTube video or an Instagram story. Like that is definitely something everyone should be doing.
Just
Um,
get
a-
yeah just get the
and
content out there
and
and be consistent.
and I'm doing this thing called the Publish 365 Challenge. Um, are you familiar with that?
Is that where you post something every day?
Yes, 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 and yeah, one piece of content, and and you can definitely take breaks. Certainly with YouTube, um, you can actually just have it preset for another time. Also, with this podcast, when you're listening to it, I'm just going to have this preset with uh, our both our links in the show notes below. So, and also, just a little side note, little reminder, definitely donate to this podcast as well. Forgot to mention that. So just a little side note, $5, $25, $2,500, whatever you can donate, even $1 for a cup of coffee. Uh, it all goes a long way. It all does.
It really does.
Yeah. And yeah. Okay, so now back to yeah, cash flow. Yeah, you have your own website. You um just getting the invoices. Um so yes, yeah, so when I send yeah, so invoices, do you yeah, definitely taking care of that. Do you use QuickBooks for running your sole proprietorship or
Yeah, no, I actually, for invoices, I just have an Adobe Illustrator template that I will just edit each time and save it, and email it out to the client.
yeah.
And as far as business, personally, it works out for me. LLC, taxed as an S corporation. It's a
Yeah.
common way to do it. It's very involved, and I kind of let my tax guy deal with it. But I do just kind of keep track of everything manually so far. I
Yeah.
should probably jump into QuickBooks or something like that to make it easier, but that's the way I've been doing it. So
Yeah, and I will definitely get into that as well. Geez, I'm so technical. I just keep these things on a spreadsheet and then just go into my Wix account and get the report, which
yeah.
is I'm just way too technical for that. Um, okay, now when it comes to just being their own, someone being their own photographer, would you Um, I mean, you could definitely start with an iPhone. Today it's too easy almost, but
Yeah, the iPhones are really great. I have the 12,
yeah,
but this one, all of these cameras work together to merge photos together to make a better quality photo, which is really crazy. It does it
yeah,
instantly. So, I mean, even the software behind the cameras inside of the phones, the processing is just crazy now.
it's crazy. And and
I would say just the yeah, well, what were you gonna say?
oh, I was gonna say, even though I don't have a 12 and I'm like just a little cheap, I got the SE right here, and it definitely is surprisingly well. I've seen a few YouTubers use this for their photographs and some people can hold it up on a stand and just
Oh,
and then just
do a
film
longer
themselves.
exposure,
What?
do like a long exposure to get more light into the camera, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you know, like, the phones, that phone, this phone, I mean, if you don't have a camera at all, you can't take a picture. So it doesn't matter what you have, just you learn its limitations or how to deal with certain things that it does, and anything can take a nice image, especially with the right lighting. If you start adding light into, like, for example, I have a light over here and a light right here that's sort of illuminating me, or else this video would be a little bit more grainy because it's a computer, uh, a computer camera.
yeah, yeah. Um. Oh wow. Yeah. I forgot the. Yeah. I was gonna turn on the lamp, but it didn't click. Ugh. Wrong switch. Um. Yeah. So now, with Canva, have you used Canva um to or also all right, actually I want to talk about this. With the So I am making a little mastery course, and part of it is teaching people how to, get the right photo. Now, if you're taking pictures specifically for the cover of your book, um yeah, would you use something like Canva for this, or to get the dimensions right, or would you use something simple like I've been doing with Adobe Spark um, as well? So, I mean, I kind of like both, but if I'm just making a book cover, just taking a photo of, let's say, some railroad tracks, would you suggest that I use Canva or Adobe for this?
I don't have a lot of experience with using Spark, but I have used Canva just for little, like a flyer or an Instagram story, or just to manipulate certain things with text or colors. Um, but yeah, graphic design type of things like that, that's more of my girlfriend Taryn's forte. So she
Yeah,
kind of helps me out with that. And that's a whole different conversation, graphic design. So, um, but Canva's pretty good for that kind of stuff. I would say, you know,
yeah,
use if you're taking a picture for that application, just like you said, the dimensions. Like, is it going to be a vertical photo or landscape? Like, where's the text going to go in the book? Where is there a barcode or anything? You could be aware of all those things and then go take a picture specifically for that purpose.